Hello everyone, my name is Alan from LV Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to discuss about the cooling measure that was announced by MND late yesterday night. So without further ado, let us jump right straight into it. So what are the key challenges in today's HDB resale market? Firstly, increase HDB resale price, increase in COV transaction. There's a lot of $1 million HDB resale flat, and rising interest rate. So over here, this is the price index of HDB resale flats over the years since 1994, where the price index was being recorded. Ever since 2020, from the start of the COVID-19, HDB resale flat prices has been on an upward trend. And today we are at a record high in terms of HDB flat prices. Here, this is an article I extracted from MND Facebook page. The heading is Measure to Moderate Demand for HDB Resale Market and Encourage Prudent Borrowing. Rising resale price reflects strong broad-based demand for public housing, driven by several key factors: increase in number of marriage, smaller average household size, more home buyers turning to resale market due to COVID-19 related disruption to BTO construction works. In short, there is a strong demand for HDB resale flat. So here, HDB and MND came up with two prone strategies to reduce the demand for HDB resale flat. The first strategy here is to slow down the buying demand. Who are the affected groups affected? Mainly private property owners who are less than 55 years old, who cash out of their private property to buy a HDB resale flat. Previously, they buy HDB resale flat first, then sell their private property within 6 months. So this plan has been scrapped, is no longer allowed. Who are the groups that are not affected? Mainly first-time buyers, those that sell HDB to buy HDB, and private property owners who are seniors above 55 years old who wish to downsize to 4-room flat or smaller HDB flats. This new measure will take effect from 30th September 2022. Take note that this is only a temporary measure and will be revised once the overall market condition and housing demand get better. Here I've created a simple illustration. If you are a private property owner, are you 55 years old? If you are not, then there's a waiting out period of 15 months. Thereafter, you can buy any HDB resale flat. If you are more than 55 years old, there's no restriction, there's no waiting out period, but you can only buy 4-room or smaller flat. Take note that these 15 months commence only from the completion date of your private property. However, here, if you are 55 years old and you insist on buying a bigger 5-room or executive flat, no problem. HDB also allow you to buy, but then there's a 15 months waiting out period before you can buy a bigger 5-room or executive flat. So the second strategy that HDB and MND approach is ensure prudent borrowing because of rising interest rate. So from loan from HDB, the LTV or loan to value in short is 80%. Previously is 85%. So the rest of 20% consists of cash, grant and CPF. If you are taking a loan from a bank, the LTV remains the same at 75%. Cash required is 5% and the remaining will be 20%. Loan from HDB, the interest rate will apply to fresh application for HLE on or after 30th September. There will be no impact to existing HLE application, and this will not affect the actual HDB concessory interest rate, which will remain unchanged at 2.6% till 31st December 2022. Here I did a simple calculation. If you are taking a loan from HDB from 30th September 2022 onwards, based on the purchase price of 600,000 at a reduced LTV at 80%, which work out to be about 480,000. You factor in the rest of the cost, there's a shortfall of cash of 35,000. But if you buy anything before the cooling measure announced yesterday at 600,000, your LTV or at 85% will be slightly higher at 510,000. So you can take note that there's a difference of 30,000 here. So 5,000 is your deposit for the property. So in short, if you have bought any property after 30th September 2023, based on the purchase price of 600,000, you need to fork out an addition 30,000 more. Here the loan from bank. For property loan granted by private financial institution or banks, MAS will raise by 0.5 point the medium-term interest rate floor used to compute the TDSR and MSR. In short, for TDSR, the rate has been increased from 3.5 to 4%. Nevertheless, bank today use 4% to compute TDSR, even though the actual interest rate today is hovering around 2.6 to 3%. Here, if you are buying a HDB resale flat using a bank loan, based on a maximum loan quantum of 75% at 25 years at 4%, assuming your income is $12,000 per month, based on an MSR at 30%, which work out to be about $3,600, your loan quantum in this case is $682,000, and the maximum property price you can buy is $909,000. But before the cooling measure, you can borrow up to $719,000 and $958,000 instead. So in short, there's a difference of $49,000. The next calculation I want to share with you here is, if you are taking a bank loan and buying a private property, your maximum loan quantum here is 75%, based on the maximum loan tenure of 30 years, interest rate at 4%, assuming your combined income is $20,000, TDSR at 55%, which work out to be about $11,000. Your maximum loan quantum is $2.3 million. Maximum purchase price that we can buy is $3 million. But if you bought anything before the cooling measure, your loan quantum is $2.5 million. Your property price is $3.26 million. In short, there's a difference of $193,000. So in summary, your loan quantum and your purchase price has become lower based on the new cooling measure. So here, let me did a simple illustration for you. So in this case, Mr. and Mrs. Tan with 15,000 combined income. Their income is 15,000. TDSR at 55%, no change at $8,250. Maximum 75% loan at 30 years loan tenure. Based on the new rate of 4%, they can borrow up to $1.72 billion. Before that, at 3.5%, they can borrow up to $1.83 million. So the maximum purchase price they can buy today is $2.3 million, compared to $2.44 million before the cooling measure. So in short, the likely outcome, they will have to adjust the price and budget, and also to come up with more personal funds for the property purchase. Lastly, what are my assessment of the cooling measure? There could be more realistic HDB sellers going forward, less $1 million HDB transaction, 5-room and executive flat, they are popular with private property owner, will be affected. If you are moving from a HDB to HDB, there is no impact to you. COV or cash over valuation will decline. Will the HDB demand shift elsewhere? Will it shift to the private market? Lower loan amount for private property could lead to lower purchasing power. With a low purchasing power, will it lead to lower demand and lower price? The 15 months without period for PPO may deter them to list their property for sale. In short, there could even be less inventory in the private property market going forward. En bloc owners that have sold their property but have yet to commit will be affected. Most will choose to rent instead. And there is also going to be a surge in demand for rented properties and rental rates. And most importantly, how will the market react? Will it also affect the private property market sentiment? That's all for today sharing. I hope you enjoy it. If you like my short sharing, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. And see you in the next video.